So good to be back here with you.
Oh man, I missed you.
I missed you too, man. I mean, we talked
Yeah,
for an hour last week,
virtually.
but it was virtual. And, it was kind of last minute setup. And I really appreciate you going through all those measures to make sure we got to record virtually.
Yeah, well.
But now we're back in the home studio.
Back in the saddle.
Here on the 10 Adam Talk for an Hour podcast studios. And we got a new setup. I've never felt more comfortable while podcasting in all my days of podcasting.
You're giving them a little front shin action there?
That's a little front shin for our YouTube watchers.
People can see you crossing your legs. Is that just you gonna go?
Only our fans can, Adam. Only our fans.
Woo-wee.
I was trying to do something there, but...
Dude, you spilled chips all over the place over here.
The Ruffles? Hey, now you better watch out, because watch everything you look up here.
I don't like this.
Adam's checking out his taxes.
It is tax day.
At the time of this recording, it is tax day.
You better turn them in now.
You have only a few more hours.
Oh,
if you're listening live.
Which reminds me, I have a reminder on my phone. Ted, did you do your taxes?
Yeah, I did them this year.
Okay.
I went to the post office today like a madman.
You did?
Yeah.
Like Homer Simpson with a ball of taped up.
That's funny, then. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh.
Well, welcome into the podcast, first and foremost.
Hey.
Everybody, the theme music's over. It's Lil Max Bean, if you want to check him out on SoundCloud. For those that have a SoundCloud account.
You want to spell it?
Lil, it's L-I-L. Lil.
Yeah.
Before Little Dicky or whatever that guy is.
Oh, really? Was he pre-Dicky?
I'm sure he was doing his own little thing before Little Max Bean.
Just little.
But little Max Bean and my man Wonton got together on that theme music.
That's a collab, I think, is what you call that.
We all know that to be the case.
Wonton, Lil Max Bean, they get in the studio.
They re-up.
First they get in their time machine and they go back in time to when SoundCloud.
Gonna go back in time. You're saying SoundCloud's not a viable
I don't know. I
news
can't.
source for new tunes?
I can't keep up.
What was I talking about anyway to begin with? Ruffles.
This chip mess you made over here.
You gotta lay down in the chip mess you made.
I want to know the slogan is what I was looking at.
Ruffles have ridges.
Yeah, that's true.
Why was that so important for Chip to have ridges?
Because people love the ridges.
Hey, I like my wavy chips, but I gotta have those ridges.
Yeah.
Ruffles ridges, to be exact.
You know, I just like the way these chips feel in my mouth.
Why? Because they're so rigid, like your personality? Get over here.
Get that bowl away from me.
Ruffles got ridges. Get that away from me.
All I can do is type in ridges.
Well,
slogan.
But Ruffles have ridges. But I was going to describe something before we were getting to that.
Introduced in 1948.
Chips? There's potato chips back in 1948.
You betcha.
That's insane. I went to the post office today.
Bet you can't just eat one.
That's Lay's. I thought you were looking for the Ruffles one.
Lay's Ruffles. That's the same chip, man. Lay's makes Ruffles.
Now my mind's blown.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Let me check. Is this totally different chip company? And I just thought it was the same one. That's not Lay's.
What about Frito-Lay? Ruffle has its own thing? Ruffles is like Dr. Pepper.
Is this real? I didn't know that. I thought it was the same chips.
Nah,
These are definitely Ruffles. I recognize the bag. I could recognize it anywhere.
Looks kind of funny there.
Got a big old bag at the Costco.
Folks, if you're listening at home, just go into your pantry, get your bag of Ruffles, and you can be in amazement just like Adam is right now.
I can't even make words.
Look at him go. He's just...
This is what I do on my side of the table. You didn't know that.
No.
And now you're very
intrigued. Very
distracting.
I
should just put it on our TV.
Oh,
I wasn't going to wear my glasses. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, shoot.
Now they know I'm such a nerd.
He's a Clark Kent.
I can't even see my screen from here.
I think that was the third time you said that.
Could you type in Lay's versus Ruffles for me? Just so I can see if it's two different chip companies. And then when that doesn't come up anything, then we put the Mandela effect on the end there.
We should be very embarrassed.
Why?
We have family in the chip game. And we don't know.
Oh, that's Frito-Lay, man.
Right. Frito-Lay's. Right?
Lay's Wavies versus Ruffles.
There you go.
Okay. My bad.
Lay's Wavies all, hey, we're wavy. It's wavy chips. They're great for dips. They're sturdy. Try us.
Oh, that's right.
And then Ruffles like, wavy? We got ridges over here, dude. We got ridges that can really stack up and have, some good bean dip or slaw. Whatever you want to scoop up on a chip.
Here's one from when I was born.
Should we pause the recording and get some more chips from upstairs?
We might.
What year is this, Adam?
Ridges.
Extra salt.
I'm going to admit something else that... Oh, you get more salt because it's got more
surface, the flavor
surface
curves.
area. Yeah.
Damn, look at those ridges.
God, they are good. Maybe we should go get some more. I got a big old bag.
Okay.
It's a something above the rest.
I don't think this is what you were looking for.
No, not at all. But we sure watched the
don't
whole thing.
Don't spill that bag of chips. Oh my gosh. I wish we could have that experience with the TNAers right now where they're watching the same stuff we are.
Oh, maybe I'll edit it in.
It sounds like...
Sounds like a late night.
We better start recording in...
All right, start the pod.
1.5 speeds.
We could just play it faster.
What I mean, talking about, I'm recording that much.
You could pull a Grimes at Coachella.
We do an hour podcast in 30 minutes. Shoot, dude, we could
People
revolutionize podcasting.
They're only clicking on the first 30 seconds anyway.
Well, if we'd love it if they just stuck around another 30 to get that
nice round
Spotify listen numbers up.
I want to just admit something real quick. When you were talking about Ruffles,
yeah,
I thought the Ruffles were the Ridges. Is that just someone's name? James P. Ruffles from the Chip family.
Ruffles are the Ridges.
Is it?
To the victors go the Ridges. Listen. Enough about chips.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This can't be a podcast all about chips, Adam.
Every time we snack on something, though.
This can't be Ted and Adam Eat Snacks.
We do.
Although that would be a great podcast.
Want to switch it?
I think that's already out there.
Ted and Adam Eat Snacks?
No. I think Michael Ian Black and the guy from Ed do.
Well, then why are you bringing it up? If it's already a thing.
Oh.
Can it get us in trouble?
I love snacks.
Yeah.
It's what are you looking up something new or still
No. Quit looking at my screen.
All right,
I'm doing behind the scenes stuff.
I was in the post office today.
I'm 47 steps ahead.
On tax day. Was that the dumbest thing I did today? Or?
You were waiting in line?
I wanted to get correct postage. And he brought up the Homer Simpson thing.
Uh-huh.
And I filed electronically, I thought.
Oh, no.
But you have to send in your money. You can't just pay it online.
Well, what did you do it through?
So I made sure to include all the paperwork I had with it in that tiny little envelope.
You're kidding.
And so it was busting at the seams.
Oh, Ted.
I did put tape on it.
Oh, no.
And then the woman at the
post
office put tape on it.
This is how you get things sent back?
Well, I got my... It's all good. I put my return
They're going to think that's junk mail.
Nah, they're going to open that up.
They'll say, that's junk. Throw it out.
Well, I guess... So
you filed your taxes today, or you just sent the payment?
I sent the payment. But I put all the paperwork in there, too. Of the filing.
Oh, boy.
I went to a small application to do my taxes.
Was it not Turbo?
Cash App.
A small application.
Just want to thank our friends out at Cash App for doing my taxes for the third straight year.
Cash App have any shout-outs? Slogans?
Cash App. When you're needing some cash, just put it on an app.
Just send them all your tax information. You got that
just
floating around
plug it in
the mail. And
it's funny.
Bursting at the seams envelope.
They came with me an email that said, "We already have most of your information. Just click here to finish your taxes." And I said, "Cash App, do your thing.
We're gonna need you to get some gift cards."
Never mind
the CVS.
Never mind those 2 years of forgetting to pay your Missouri state taxes.
Oh, so they looked the other way for that?
Well, I did them with Cash App the last 2 years, but I did them so early that Missouri wasn't ready to take payment. And then I just let time go on. 2 years in a row.
No. Ted.
And I just got that settled up.
Okay, well, that's good.
So basically, when doing your taxes for free, make sure you do the payment or you will have to end up paying to redo your taxes.
Oh, I see. That's what occurred.
And I went to the guys at AT
now,
and R Block.
The people, the good
kind of
folks at
show.
Cash App. Hang on, let me get all that. I just have to say this out loud. Through Cash App, you can't pay for your taxes if you owe money.
They said, as soon as I got my W-2s, I was doing my taxes, right? And they were saying, "Oh, wait, Missouri's not quite ready for payment." This is late January doing this stuff.
Okay. They didn't expect you to be so on top of it.
Right. Or, I don't know, man. Maybe this is all Cash App's big idea to get money out of the little guy.
So?
Who already owes money.
All right. Okay. Stop looking at this.
All right.
Hilarious video I've pulled up.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is this your tab for
there
podcast content?
Well, no. I have a list too.
So I got
You're all squared up.
I got my letter all, my envelope all.
You didn't mail cash, did you?
No, it's a check. All right.
With lots of paperwork.
Lots of paperwork. Lots of important information.
Important documents.
Did I spring for tracking? Nah. I already sent a couple of checks their way for those 2 years. They got it.
See, they already got it.
Address works.
So they got your checks already? In the snail mail?
Oh, well, that was previous.
Yeah, previous.
Yeah, I already did that. But today I made sure it was postmarked. I think that's the rule, Adam, on tax day. Postmark your...
Correct.
And then they can't, yeah.
You got a couple more hours to get to the post office and get that postmark.
Well, not by the time the TNAers hear this.
And another tax year is over, ladies and gentlemen.
By the time you guys hear this...
Congratulations.
You should be filing an extension.
You should have filed an extension.
Adam are now a tax podcast.
And if you're rich, you should have asked your accountant to file an extension.
Eat the rich.
You doing like Trump?
Lord, we gotta eat the rich. I'm just singing John Bon Jovi.
Oh, you know what's really really tickled me recently? You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. You probably know this guy. So, you know Chuck Nasty.
Yeah. The Chuck Nasty?
Yeah. So, I'd be describing that to Caroline, and she didn't know who I was talking about. And then there's been a couple times where we just happen to catch him live on the radio, and he's doing his thing, and she thinks it's like a joke. Like, she thought it was like, no, man, this is it. I love this shit. Reminds me of, I don't know.
Radio back in the good old days.
It was just talking, you know. He's talking live. It's kind of funny. And he's nasty. He's a nasty man.
He's
Have you heard
nasty.
him?
He's probably one of the
hilarious.
nastiest mans that I know.
You're not going to try to do a Chuck Nasty? That's what I was trying to get you to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the double wide.
Check the double wide. Have you seen him in real life?
No.
Lots
That's
of
what I'm doing right
scabs,
now. What?
Lots of scarring. Lots of sun. You know, years of experience behind the microphone.
Oh, I got something.
Oh, yeah. Chuck Nasty.
There you go.
Obviously his real name.
So what's fun is to watch someone hear that for the first time. You know, because they're not used to it. They're not from here. They didn't grow up with that man putting them to bed.
You remember as a kid?
Oh, I just mean.
Well, radio is so wacky, you know, and who listens to the radio? I'm sure he might be the only DJ left at that station.
Probably. He's got a YouTube channel, but
He's got a YouTube. Check him out.
nothing on it.
Chuck Nasty. There
Well,
he is.
Oh, this guy looks great. What are you talking about? That's making that voice? What a handsome man.
Yeah.
I pictured him with long hair, though.
He's pointing at you. Well, probably had long hair at one time.
You think so?
But it got too nasty for him.
Yeah. Do you think?
I'm so nasty, I gotta cut my nasty locks off. I'm Chuck Nasty. Nasty boys.
Chuck Nasty.
Do, do, diddle doo doo doo. Oh, my nasty boys.
You can have the nasty host.
Why'd you bring this up?
Were you listening at all? That's what I said.
Oh, yeah, I'm Chuck Nasty, and I've evaded my taxes for many years.
That's not why.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Now he's the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah. You remember that too, right? Kids these days, they don't even get the Kool-Aid guy.
They're probably like, I want more sugar in my Kool-Aid. Get out of here.
What was it? What did I hear the other day? And the kids just had no idea. And it just knocked me over.
You were talking about Field of Dreams with them or something?
That's a good movie. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm. Couple times.
A couple times over? Tell me about,
Tell me about it.
well, since you brought up baseball real quick, Royals are red hot.
Royals, it's just fun to see a competitive baseball team, especially your favorite team.
Yeah, let's keep it going. That's fun. That'll make your job funner.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to bring more great fans out to the ballpark.
Which would you rather?
I mean, there's something nice to having,
A knowledgeable crowd that wants to be there?
right, or low,
Right.
but it does,
Perk the attendance.
yeah, it just brings out a lot of,
They're called
first
bandwagon
timers.
fans, yeah.
Sure. And they get real down on the team
Real quick.
real quick. I work with some folks already like that.
Really? Are they ready to say?
Send this guy down.
It's,
It's
are you
like
kidding
Game
me?
7.
You're kidding
Calm
me.
down.
What guy were they
got a
talking
little
about?
reprimand. Vinny Pasquantino.
What? Who said
He
that?
started off real slow, and he was like, "We should probably bring up Prado." And he said it so loud, I guess our boss heard him.
Oh,
That's
no.
a big no-no to be disparaging.
That's like
the
talking about
players-
company stock. That's
Exactly.
a big no-no.
Should be talking with fans about.
Didn't you get the email?
Yeah, that's not the Royals' way.
They like face-to-face meetings?
Face to face.
Yeah. Well, if he was going to get in trouble for that, would they pull him aside, or will he get an email? It's like,
Oh, they'll pull him aside.
reminder, we don't talk about the organization's players.
No. She heard it firsthand, so she probably had a conversation with him.
You're kidding.
No.
With the player?
No, with the usher. Sorry, I thought you were talking about it.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant, but when you explained it like that.
There have been, like, employees dumb enough to say something to the players like,
heard you were leaving.
You sure did strike out a lot last night.
No way.
You could have hit the broadside of a barn.
Well, here I go, back to my...
Better luck tonight.
I'll be up here.
I'm your biggest fan.
Doing snow cones. Jerk.
And it's fun. I give the fans a lot of, give them a rough time for asking silly questions. But a lot of them don't know, and they genuinely want to know what's going on. So it is you gotta remind yourself that it could be someone's actual first time there. But I got a little glimpse of that. I was working a track meet this weekend, going into the weekend.
Okay.
Where everything was a buzz. It started right after school, so I had to rush over to the school, and it was right when the high school was getting dismissed, so it was a big to do. So I was really late. I didn't know exactly what I was doing at the meet.
They just kind of put
I'm
you
just there to
somewhere
help.
on the fly?
I'm just there to get some help, or help when needed. I just love being around the game of track and field.
Good.
Anyway, I'm down on the field. I'm going to help video record.
Mm-hmm.
These track athletes take this really seriously, and they look back at the film.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm down on the field. I'm rushing up to the bleachers where, the camera gets the bird eye view.
Ted, we need you up in the booth.
And this is a big meet. There's like 22 some odd teams.
Oh, yeah?
One of them being Rockhurst High School.
What?
Where former Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Trent Green has a child there.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm going to rush. It's right after the national anthem. Right? And so it's kind of a quiet moment.
Chiefs.
And no. It just ended, and then I think they were doing some other announcement, that was kind of a lower toned. Anyway, it's
quiet.
It was very quiet.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through, and I'm kind of going through where there's a fence there, but Trent Green is there, taking part in this track meet, just along the fence.
Watching his kid.
Getting ready. It might have been high jumping or maybe a field event. But there he was, just right there. And I was like, I recognized him right away. I mean, he can't. Handsome as all get out.
I'm going to pull up the picture.
Beautiful. He's got his silver fox in it,
Mm-hmm. A little salt and pepper.
Got a little salt and pepper going on. Gorgeous smile.
Great teeth on that
great
guy.
Teeth.
Yeah.
And I walk by him, I say to him, "You're Trent Green." Trent Green. Like to confirm it. Yes.
That's what you said?
He's like,
you said it out loud like that.
"No, Trent Green." And then I say to him, "I'm a big fan."
What a name. Trent Green.
Big fan. And I'm running late. I'm going in the up. He's stationary.
His reaction was, yeah.
Yeah, got me.
It's me.
Yeah, everybody likes Pat Mahomes now, but
I am Trent. I'm Trent Green.
So I say, Trent Green, big fan.
Big, huge.
Good job.
You said good job?
Just good job. That's all I had for him.
You gave him a good job.
Maybe even a thumbs up. Like, hey, good job.
Hey, good job, dude.
And I kept going. And I felt like...
That was the best fan interaction he's ever had.
Yeah.
Really?
Where it wasn't too crazy.
Like, oh, thank God I didn't have to sign his boobs.
So then I get all excited and I'm telling all my buddies around working the track meet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, Trent Green was here. That guy right there. And I'm still pointing him out. That guy right there, he's Trent Green.
Please tell me it wasn't.
Some teachers I work with at my school even got duped into helping out at the front ticket where they're taking tickets.
Yeah.
And this guy that I work with, Chad, he says, yeah, we saw Trent Green. He actually asked, he said, isn't there a discount or do former athletes get in for free?
Shut up. He's trying to get in for free.
And my friend Chad goes, he said, I said, no, not for athletes who didn't do anything or win anything while they were here.
Is that true?
No, he was like messing with me. I was like, damn.
Oh, he said that?
It's messed up.
He wouldn't say that to him.
Was it his fault? It was the defense's fault.
Oh, man. He's talking about the Chiefs? Oh,
Yes.
no. I thought he meant like the high school or whatever you were.
Oh, no. We're champions here. I was like, wow, that's harsh.
He just was saying that. He didn't
He was
really
just
say
being
that.
funny.
Oh, thank goodness. He wouldn't just
But he
dare
did-
disrespect Trent
But he
Green
did
like
say it
that.
in a very deadpan way. And I was
Oh,
like,
man, you got your mic all doing cool stuff. I should have done that.
oh, you got me all nervous. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're
Can you hear me?
good.
So, yeah, I got to meet Trent Green and...
Hang on, I got to tell a side story off of that one. Because I was with you the last time you saw a celebrity at a track meet.
You mean by celebrity, former Kansas City Chief?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that celebrity, go ahead.
Well,
No, I'm going to tell the story. You can say who it was, though.
former tight end Keith Cash.
Keith Cash.
The Cash Man.
And at that point, we were just staring at him, maybe 2-3 feet away.
What,
and
Adam?
you said his name out loud.
Oh, you probably heard me?
Keith Cash. Every time he passed by, Keith Cash.
I think they kind of like that at 4 Point.
But you were doing it on purpose, no?
I coached this kid.
Oh, then why don't you say hi to him?
Nerves, I guess.
That's Keith Cash.
Well, when I saw Trent Green, I was by myself, or I would have been like,
Hey,
that's Trent Green.
I know you. Terry.
Terry Green.
Terry Blue.
Tumbled up in blue.
What is that?
You know, Bob Dylan. Ever heard of
Oh,
him?
yeah.
It's not tumbled up in blue.
I don't know that song you're singing.
She went down in the valley.
I think I should have adjusted the camera so you couldn't see any of my body or face.
How about my body or face? We're in such bad posture.
You're feeling kind of sore. Tell me about
We
what you
probably
did yesterday.
probably should have done that stretch before the podcast.
Do you want me to do that? I could lead the...
We got
Cast
too
and
much.
stretch.
You're gonna get up, and the camera, the microphones are gonna fall
You're right.
off.
Next time I'll lead a stretch before we begin.
Well, with the Royals baseball going on, and not having any cable to actually watch the games, and the fact that it was
Who
so
needs
nice
cable? Do you have to have
yesterday.
cable?
Huh?
Do you have a cable service provider to watch it?
Nah.
I even tried to look it up. You have to do it through Bally.
You do it through Bally's, but then you have to have a cable provider on top of that?
That's what I'm asking you.
I don't know, man. I think it's just on the app, and you maybe can't. You have
It's
to watch
cost
it
me
off the app.
a lot of money.
Anyway, I don't want to say anything too disparaging. The Royals might be listening.
Well, they know it costs money.
But it was so nice outside yesterday. I didn't want to be cooped up watching the game, even outside and inside, right?
No.
So I
Heavens,
got
no.
my little headphones, my Tedphones. I popped them right into my ears. What was the first pops for?
That's what I tried to do.
So then...
Wait, did you say something to me? I couldn't hear you. I had my headphones in.
You had to take both ears out to hear me?
Oh, you didn't have anything to say? Well, I guess I'll just pop them back in.
Good. So then I just got my app going for Royals baseball.
Boop, 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 boop.
And went
Royals baseball. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Pictures of Keith Cash. Okay.
selfies with Trent Green where he doesn't know where he's at. He's in them.
Trent Green nodding.
So then, yeah.
Yeah, it's me.
Right.
So then you put on your walking shoes.
I got my walking shoes on. Maybe not the best socks, but I went walking around.
You went to Blister City.
Well, I recently got new shoes for the Royals gig. You know, something with a lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum support.
In fact.
For all that standing around and everything.
Right.
But I haven't taken them out for a good long stroll.
Got to stroll.
So anyway, I was just walking for the duration of the Royals game. And, you know, the game went by
3 hours?
Fairly quick.
How long was it?
A couple hours tops.
It's a long walk.
But then I just kept walking.
You went all the way to the coast?
I just kept going, maybe to the coast of Lake Wacomas.
Whoa, you did?
I don't know. I was out for over 4 hours. And after 32,000 steps.
Had the sun gone down?
No, but I left the house around after 1 and didn't get back until like 5 o'clock.
Damn.
And the sun was like... But you know what? In my neighborhood, there's like a nice park to walk around, and there's like several options off of it, right? And what I was trying to do is do a huge loop
Mm-hmm.
and come back around. But I ended up having to take a loop and then kind of come back to where I was. But then I was trying to like do a walk down further to get reconnected to the trail. But there's like this like industrial park, you know, with like a lot of like Amazon type, you know, businesses, you know, just
Right.
like trucks and...
Restricted area is what it sounds like.
That's what happened.
You weren't supposed to go through there.
I was like walking through parking lots that didn't look open, and it was a little scary at times because I thought I was going to get caught somewhere, or like police are going to like end up...
What were you doing down there?
Well, it's like on
Just trying
off
to
a
cut through?
9 highway.
Wee woo, wee woo.
There's like literally like you can see where the path kind of like the trail kind of goes off, but then like it's just parking garages or storage areas.
How do you always end up in the weird areas like this?
So that probably put an extra hour on because I walked all the way down there and then like walked all the way back. Thankfully it was Sunday. No one was... I probably would have got hit by an Amazon truck.
Meat. Yeah.
And that would have been it. But well, I knew I was going to be out forever. I put my 100 SPF sunscreen on.
Whoa.
I had my
Look
my
at
little
you.
hat on. My hat with the you know, the sun hat. And it was just great. It was a good time to be outside.
No one would have hurt you in that hat. That's just too likable.
I had the hat, you know, it goes around like a safari hat. Then it's got this nice little feature that drops down to have a little
On your neck?
guard. Yeah.
Your little neck curtain?
Little neck curtain.
So what kind of hat are we talking about? It's not okay, like safari. I was thinking sombrero. My bad.
That would be interesting.
But the
It was
safari
really
hat,
windy,
that's
though.
still pretty likable, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They're like, hey, we can't.
I'm smiling to people I'm passing.
Yeah. They know. That's
Hi.
non-threatening hat, I would say.
I always try to make sure I'm...
Wearing a non-threatening hat.
Or when I'm like walking behind, you know...
When you're 50 paces behind someone.
Right, not to come up to them.
Kill, 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 kill.
It's just my breathing techniques.
Yeah, you do that. I showed the kids, actually, just Max, just wanted to watch. No one else watched. Nightmare on Elm Street. The first, yep, the original.
Come original.
Yeah.
Scary.
No, have you seen it?
Mm.
You've seen it.
Does that have Johnny Depp in it?
It does. He's kind of a jerk. He's
So
not really
Johnny had to die.
He's not a jerk. I take that back. He's just, he's
He's a
just
punk
it's
kid.
like his first movie, I think. Maybe.
Don't
I don't
go
know.
to sleep, Johnny. You might have a nightmare.
She chews him out because he falls asleep. That's what's really funny. But
Yeah.
otherwise, you wouldn't even know he's in it.
You going to sleep, Johnny? Well, now you're gonna die.
No, she wakes him up. She cuts out of the nightmare. She survives, and she wakes up, and he's asleep next to her on the bed, on the chair next to the bed, like he was supposed to keep her up. All you had to do was stay awake.
Oh man.
He's like, oh.
He like dies like sinking into the bed, right, or something weird.
Yeah, and then the blood. It's a pretty iconic
Gruesome.
scene.
Gruesome.
Anyway, I showed my child that.
Great.
Woo, yeah.
That's great.
But the reason I said that is because you were stalking people on the trail, so that's where you can pick up and go.
Just always have trail courtesy and make sure you're not stalking anybody. That's right. But I have a transition, but it might be controversial.
Well, why? Do you want me to say something in between? Real quick, you were listening to the game?
Between.
No, you listened to it on the radio, right?
Yeah, on the app.
Did you watch the game cast?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so just not having a lot of cable or any way to stream these games.
Cable.
For the longest time, when I had T-Mobile, they let us have like, hey, you guys get MLB TV, and every time you would pull up a Royals game in town, it would be blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some dumb rule. Doesn't make any sense. So like any way you can find a way to watch, you're gonna have to spend some money.
Yes.
To do it. So keeping up with the team is sometimes a chore because you're maybe not near a radio or you're at work. You need to keep it on the down low. So a lot of the time I'll be watching the Game Day app.
Yeah.
Where it's just hard to get into it as much. For those who don't know, the Game Day app is like pitch by pitch description of what happens, like
Of a baseball game.
strike, ball,
Called strike.
in play, out.
Yeah, in play, and then you have to wait, pause, one Mississippi,
Oh, that's
two
the other
Mississippi.
thing. So if you're like on Twitter keeping up on the game and on the Game Day, you might as well just stay with one or the other because you're going to be...
They're out of sync that bad?
Ruining, yeah.
Oh.
Like, oh, thank God we got out of that inning. And you're still like
Yeah.
a batter behind.
Yeah. It's
But
much
yeah.
better to listen to it, but even that...
Bases loaded. Nowhere to put them. High pressure situation.
Yeah.
3-2 count. In play. Outs.
Yeah.
Ball sharply hit at
Yeah.
center fielder.
Sharply struck.
489 feet. And you see like the dimensions of the ballpark.
Bobby Witt Jr. is out on a sharply hit fly ball.
Diving stop. Out. Then you see the the replays like, a few moments later and it's like, oh, that was
That's how
a heck of a play.
This guy
That
was-
in play out was a great play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Baseball.
that's why I got a job watching baseball.
Because you get to be there, you get to hear the roar of the crowd and
You
the
get to help the crowd roar.
crack of the bat.
The crack of the bat. Oh, man.
Well, that's it. Okay, what were you going to say after that? You were going to talk about transitioning, but it wasn't appropriate or something?
Well, it's never appropriate, but, I didn't want to go, like, into a slasher movie and then start talking about O.J. Simpson.
Jesus. Can't take you anywhere.
But, I would be remiss. Is that the word?
Remiss?
Yeah.
Why?
If we didn't bring
If
up
you really-
OJ, he might.
If you really wanted to say it that way. Lacking care or attention to duty,
There.
neglect.
Yeah, it would be my duty to bring up OJ. OJ, controversial figure,
Yeah,
acquitted of
double murder.
brutal murder of his ex-wife, but the
Dad texts me and he's like, "What are your memories of that event?"
oh wow,
Because, they interrupted the finals.
definitely. I remember where I was when I
Yeah.
saw the
For the
white
little chase.
Bronco.
Yeah. That's messed up. And before that, all we had known of him was the Naked Gun movies. You know what I mean?
And
I mean, you knew
on-
the athlete stuff, but we were too young to see him.
And he was on
play.
the NBC
He was
doing the
commentating.
yeah. So he dies, and it was brought up he had cancer. I don't know if that was ever the case,
Yeah, I think he was trying to. I don't know.
but a lot of stuff came up like of Norm Macdonald
Yeah, because
he ribbed him so good on SNL with the weekly updates, and even got fired because he kept doing it when they told him to stop.
Yeah.
But there's just a great opportunity to bring up all those
Those jokes again.
I mean a super cut of 12 minutes of one-liners of Norm Macdonald doing O.J. Simpson jokes. But I saw him because it was when Norm was still alive. He was talking to Tom Green,
Oh yeah.
and he was talking about how I'm not mad at him for having cancer.
Right.
He at that time I guess it came out that he might have had brain cancer.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if that was true. They even said
OJ, not Norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But
That wasn't public information, I guess.
well, it somehow got out, and
Or it's
so
not true. I don't know.
Norm was sending his best wishes to OJ or whatever.
Oh,
and
I
everybody was
see.
like, "How could you say that? You were making fun of him all these years."
Oh.
And he was like, "Well, yeah, I wasn't mad at him for having cancer. It was anyway."
It's about the murder.
So OJ,
Yeah.
we'll miss you, buddy. No.
Well, there was just a ton of jokes, even when it happened. Can you believe we were joking about that in the 90s?
Well, it was just such a big event, and then every bit of that was the real start of almost true crime, the Dateline stuff. Felt like that really morphed. I mean, I'm sure there was
I gotta watch that documentary that you watched.
There's a big one on ESPN.
Oh.
What was it called? But it's
It's a
it's
30
a big
for 30.
one. There's quite a lot. It's by the 30 for 30 guys, I think. OJ. But a lot into that case, man. In the formidable years.
Made in America?
Made in America.
Is that what it's
Made
called?
in America. My OJ.
So you watched this?
Oh yeah, it's really good. That's a TED recommendation.
Dude, that's
Because
disturbing.
for a guy who loves everything and anything O.J. Simpson related. Remember when O.J. wrote the book If I Did It?
Yeah. Was that in
And
this?
then when he lost the civil lawsuit to the Goldman family,
Yeah.
they got the rights to it, and they still published the book. But when they republished it, they wrote "if" very tiny, so it just looked like I did it. Isn't
Yeah.
that wild?
That is wild.
Anyway, Juice running loose in heaven.
Jesus. I don't know, man. I don't even know, man. But
Well,
one
I'm
good
just glad
thing-
to see that Kato Caitlin's
That's
still
what
alive.
I was gonna say.
All right, that's the last thing I
You
want to
always wrap it up with
Well,
the
I mean, because
Cato.
they had him on CNN.
They still brought him around.
Yeah,
He did the media
what's
thing.
he doing? Well, I'm doing improv tonight.
Is he really?
I heard some pounding on my wall. That was a big thing back then. You guys remember that case?
That was a big goof. Making fun of Kato. You can always get off a couple real jokes, and then as long as you mention Kato,
I was hungry. It was
Judge
late.
Ito or Kato.
I could like recite his whole thing.
It was fun to say.
He was trying to be funny when he took the stand.
Yeah.
He was like on a bunch of reality
poofy
shows
hair.
too.
Oh my God, check him out. And
He really should have became something. Anyway, Adam, we could talk about.
We could do Kato all night.
That could be a secondary.
I think we have talked about Kato all night. One time. 2 times. This will be the second time that we talk about Kato.
He
was born in 59.
Whoa. All right, enough about
all right, okay,
Kato
all right.
Kaelin.
Why was Kato a guest at OJ's house?
Don't get me started, Adam. Don't do it.
Well, you got some theories you want to throw around?
I think he was a friend of Nicole's.
Jesus. Jeez.
We loved it.
I'm going to slowly backpedal into a jog and then sprint away from this topic. Speaking of the documentary that they made a movie and it had John Travolta in it, and you were telling me about some John Travolta. Go ahead.
I was doing my reeling,
mm-hmm.
and folks, we've talked about it. Everybody's got their own version of reels, but YouTube always sucks me in good. And I stumbled upon, they often play a lot of movie clips from movies I'm like, there's no way this is a real movie that's been made.
A lot of times they play a movie clip or commercial, and they'll describe it like it's a real thing that happened, and then you'll be like, "That's a movie." that's not
right. And they're like doing subtitles, and like,
yeah,
people are obviously actors. These are actors,
right?
Have you ever seen a Darmar video?
No. What's that?
So like, it's when I was a Manny for a summer. These kids love watching Darmar. I might not be saying this right, but it was like a guy who makes videos that are like for kids, and they're like, they all have like messages behind them.
Okay.
But they're produced kind of weirdly, where it's like, I don't know, it's the lighting or whatever it might be is just kind of
low budget.
Hacky, it just feels like it's like bad acting is about to happen in this video.
Okay, all right.
So a lot of that feels like that. Those reels feel like that. But then I stumbled upon a reel where it's John Travolta at a dining table situation.
Yeah.
And he's bald, and he's got his tough guy act going.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman, like, it's like a scenario where it's like a double date almost. And a couple, like his son is with a female. And I don't even know the plot of this movie, but the woman on the phone, she takes a phone call at dinner and says,
"Hello?
Oh no, there's no Rose here." And immediately, it doesn't show the actual shot, but it shows John Travolta's character getting up and shooting this woman who was just on the phone.
No.
And everybody's just freaking out. And John Travolta like does this huge. She was a Pakistani spy. She's got this all written, and like going around like, I could prove it to you.
Oh my God.
Take my gun. You gotta find this. It's
that
so
clip?
funny.
I don't want to watch that. It sounds awful.
You found the movie though?
Yeah, I got the Wikipedia up.
It's called Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
That's what it says.
Is he bald in that picture right there?
Yeah.
And it's directed by who?
It's got Devin Sawa in it.
Who's that?
And it's co-written by Fred Durst.
What?
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit's own Fred Durst
Yes.
is directing movies or writing them?
I guess.
Y'all be loving this.
Movie right here.
Wait, what's it called? It looks crazy. So what's the plot line? He's a spy or something?
Moose is a man with autism who works as a street performer on Hollywood Boulevard.
Is this really the movie?
An avid film buff, Moose fills his apartment with memorabilia.
Moose is John Travolta?
Yeah.
No.
From various movies, including the cult movie star Hunter Dunbar, with whom he's developed an unhealthy... Maybe I just thought you saw this movie? You saw something else?
This is different. But this sounds weird.
Wait, did you watch Swordfish, starring John Travolta?
No, this is like John Travolta.
Are you sure?
If they made Swordfish 2, you think that's a
Well,
possibility?
this guy's not bald. I think we got two different movies here, Ted. I think what we've done here
It's had a Mandela effect.
is made a mistake.
Well, wouldn't it be a 10 Adam Talk for an Hour podcast without a couple mistakes? Without a couple oopsies. Right, Adam?
Oopsies.
You ever think we should keep talking
Just keep going.
after an hour? Do you think an hour is just too
Is this
tight?
the movie?
He's got to be bald, and he's got to be like a... No.
This is it. Here it comes. Yeah, that's him, right? This is the movie you recall?
No.
Oh, see? He's doing something. Gasoline, he looks mad. See, Ted? That's him, right?
I don't think so, Adam.
John Travolta.
He's really taking on some risque roles.
The kid from Casper.
Really?
Devin Sawa in it.
That's the kid that was... he played
We probably
Casper.
won't watch it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Looks dumb. What else were we going to
How
talk?
did you get back here from Arkansas? And how long did it take?
Safely and soundly. You know,
80 miles an hour
riding back,
on country roads.
it was quite a treat. Because, Adam, if you can believe it, it was quite a surprise. McDonald's has brought back their bagel breakfast sandwiches.
I didn't know they had them at all.
They did, and they took them away. But at only participating McDonald's,
Yeah?
they brought them back. In Arkansas, they had them.
Yeah.
So I
Got one?
had to make a stop to get one. And
So
try one.
what do you get on it? You have egg and sausage on a bagel?
They have egg and they have sausage. And they have bacon ones. They have steak and
Steak?
they have steak, and it's like a little patty.
Did you say steak?
I love steak, and they had like this like.
They have steak at McDonald's?
This is why they took it off the thing. But anyway, imagine being like a McDonald's and not being a participating McDonald's. Like, we abstain. Our franchise isn't going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious treat.
They probably don't want to.
Probably don't want to.
They probably can't.
Adam.
They probably can't keep up with these steak costs.
Right.
So that's what you wanted to talk about on your trip home, was just stopping at McDonald's.
It was a beautiful
You could have
trip
stopped at
home.
McDonald's anywhere.
Not in Missouri and been participating.
Was it,
Delicious? Yes.
it was early, that's why you got breakfast?
Yeah. On our way back.
Breakfast?
Not too bad.
Okay.
I did,
McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Thanks, McDonald's, for all you do.
It does feel better down here. Thank goodness we came downstairs because it was getting a little hot up there.
We're already experiencing here in Missouri the effects of
85 plus.
no spring, and already have gone straight into the humid months and period of time.
I don't think it's going to last. Thank goodness.
Well, if so, you better make a little fort down here in the basement.
Yeah, I might have to move everything down here.
There's a little bit of an AC snafu.
The AC snafu is that it failed to turn on.
You think it's a thermostat?
No.
You think it's something nestled in your nest?
I think it's a power source issue.
Oh, no.
And my dude,
You need a
Paul?
recharge?
He's figured it out. He's on the case.
Good.
But unfortunately, he had to order some parts. So it could be 2, maybe 3 days before the parts come in. And then when they do, he'll just give me a shout. And we'll schedule up
Sounds like you're in good hands.
another time for him to come out and fix it. And I'm looking at the Long Ranger. And there's only, 5 or 6 days that are going to be really hot here.
Oh, boy.
Thank goodness.
It's not the heat, it's the humidity.
That's true. That's what they say.
The humidity.
Because everybody's looking at those degrees like, oh, it's not going down. But really, it's conditioning your air. It's an air conditioner. Yeah.
You gotta condition your air.
It sucks the air out.
If it's one thing,
Throws it in a
Adam and
filter,
I would
takes out
love
that
to get out of this podcast.
humidity.
Is that we let the people know that their air must be conditioned.
Well, it's true. Now we
Well,
both are behind these balls. No one can see us at all.
No one can see us behind these balls.
No one can see us behind these balls. No one can see us behind these balls. That's the chant we do before we start.
Adam, I feel like we need to also bring up, just for the sake of the podcast popularity this week, we need to bring up Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Just because I feel like
Go
after
on.
his appearance on Hot Ones, which was just off kilter. It was just insane, right?
He really went for it.
He went for it.
And he talked about it.
And so the internet does what the internet does when someone does something
They
cool on the
went
internet.
off.
Everybody started like acting like Conan had already passed away or something.
Since everybody's playing their favorite Conan clip, this is my favorite Conan clip.
Well, since he's posted his favorite Conan clip, I'm going to show my favorite top 10 list of Conans.
We grew up on Conan.
We grew up on Conan. We watched him
Live
go
for his first shows.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember he had Radiohead on his first show?
I saw that on the internet. Someone
The
told
internet
me.
reminded us.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. But yeah, I think Conan's really cool. And we did grow up on him, man. I feel like we, really helped him over the top.
We pushed his numbers.
And he doesn't even, thank us.
Do you ever see Conan on these clips and think, man, this guy is so crazy tall? And then I looked it up. He's 6'4". Look at this beast.
That's all he is?
Yeah.
He does,
It's regular.
I guess every
not that tall.
actor in Hollywood's, 5 foot something.
Does that make you sad whenever you see someone, really lurchy? You're like, oh, I'm taller than that guy.
Well, what's funny about Conan is he's always trying to look hip, too, so he's still got, wears, clothes that normal, tall, lanky people wouldn't wear.
Really?
Like jean jackets and stuff like that.
You don't think they don't fit him?
It's a different, it's a look. He's got tiny thighs.
He has tiny thighs.
My big thighs won't fit into jeans like that.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that. I couldn't fit in my shorts. I might have to readdress my wardrobe altogether. I'll have to get back to the Marshalls.
Permission to readjust my wardrobe?
Either that or Costco.
Something's got to give. I'll do some shopping at Sam's Club. You go to Costco. We'll meet back here
Deal.
next week on an all-new Sode.
Fashion show.
Adam and I are gonna go to a concert.
Yes.
311. So we'll have some
Old man conversation.
Old man, too loud conversation. That'll be something to look forward to on the next Sode of the Ted Adam Talk for an Hour podcast. But until then, Adam, any last words you'd like to give the TNAers?
Sure, Ted. Aliens are real.
Oh,
Nothing
God.
matters.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Everything matters, Adam.
Oh, my bad.
And to prove it, you gotta come back and put your ears and eyes on this podcast.
I
next
said it
week.
more in a funny way. You know, like don't freak out. You know.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
All right, everybody. Before Adam gets too deep.
Love you.
Peace be with you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.